The residue, all those scraps left behind, along with things like the spinal cord, were pressure blasted away from the bones. The result was a sort of meaty slurry. This was then used to bulk out meat products like burgers, sausages, and pies. There was even concern it was being used in school dinners. MRM was one of the great food technology developments of its time. It was entirely a matter of economics. Looked into the practice, finding that mechanically recovered meat could be 10 times cheaper than oven, where a solid piece of flesh was worth around £3.30 per kilo. The equivalent MRM cost about 37 pence. MRM is such a promising story because it was almost impossible for an abattoir to remove all traces of that highly infectious spinal cord. When the carcass went through the process, sizable quantities still clung to the vertebrae and became mixed into the recovered meat. This issue became much bigger than it needed to be, thanks to a catastrophic communications misstep. The government had formed a special advisory panel made up of expert scientists known as SEAC. This was the Spongiform Encephalopathy Advisory Committee. In their detailed paper, SEAC scientists assumed that spinal cord could be easily removed at an abattoir. And with this in mind, they felt it wasn't a big issue to be removed. That is that. MAC officials, on the other hand, took SEAC's attitude to mean that spinal cord wasn't a priority full stop, and that any